What's going on, guys? It's been a long time. Uh, my very first video of 2025, my fight week breakdown and prediction of David the Monster El Monstro Benavidez versus Dave Morrell or Osvari Morrell, which is his original name, I believe. But I've been waiting to see this fight for a long time, very long time. I would say like 2 to 3 years when I first heard about Dave Morrell. And I watched his fight with Cáceres and the way that he knocked him out and the way that he's been knocking out his last several opponents. Now, I know that he went to the full 12 rounds with the guy that fought Kovalev or a long time ago, but yeah, man, I mean, like, I've been waiting for this fight for a long time. Benavidez, he's been up there, like alongside the talks with Canelo and all these other guys. But just to get straight to the point without getting into the politics and stuff, uh, this is a very close fight, and I think people need to pay attention to this because they're going to be talking about these guys a lot in the future. And just like how you hear about guys like Terrence Crawford for a long time, Canelo for a long time, and all of these other guys for a long time, you're going to be hearing about specifically these two for a long time because how talented they are, how skilled they are, and who they've actually been in there with. And they've been in there with each other, apparently. And I had to come out and make a video about this because a lot of people that I respect are actually making videos on this because this is a very respectable matchup, high level. And both of these guys are in their prime, and it's not too late at all. It's not 1 year late, 2 years late, overdue, or anything like that. These guys are fighting right now. They're in their late 20s. David Benavidez is around 28 years old, and Dave Morrell is 26 years old. And when I'm watching Dave Morrell, that guy throws a whole lot of punches. And I've never seen a Cuban fighter with that much of an output, And usually they're a lot more economical, a lot more slick with it. Not that Dave Morrell is not slick. No, this guy has a high output, and he's not afraid to take any risk. But that could be a detriment against him, against David Benavidez. And David Benavidez, we've seen him from time to time, We've seen him fight Caleb Plant. We've seen him fight Ronald Gavril. And obviously, I'm not going to overlook the knockdown that happened in that fight. And this guy has been up there in talks with fighting Canelo, like I've said before. And he's also fought Vostok in his last fight. And I always respected Vostok as a fighter. That guy always came in to win, and his only loss was to Artur Beterbiev. And keep in mind, Vostok was the last person to give Adonis Stevenson a loss, and that's when he was able to become a world champion around that time. I still remember it like 5 or 6 years ago that happened, which is crazy because a lot of time has passed, and now these guys are the talk of the town, And there's new champions, obviously, at the division, but Beterbiev is still around. Beterbiev is the undisputed champion. I mean, obviously, he beat Bivol. And, yeah, just to get straight to the point, I could see this fight going the full 12 rounds. Benavidez is a very good combination puncher. Let's keep that in mind. Obviously, everybody has seen the highlights from the Porky Medina fight. Everybody has seen the highlights, or everybody has seen the fight, I would say, from the Caleb Plant fight. Obviously, because that's where everybody was put on by Benavidez, when he fought Caleb Plant. In the very last half of that fight, I'm still kind of critical of it because of the refereeing, because I think David Benavidez could have stopped Caleb Plant eventually in that fight. But David has that stopping power. Let's keep that in mind. And Dave Morrell also has it too, but I think experience is going to play a big factor in this fight. But it's going to be a very slight edge for Benavidez because of that experience that he's been in there with guys like Golovkin and Demetrius Andre. Let's keep in mind the Demetrius Andre fight. But also, there's some stuff from the Demetrius Andre fight that I think David Morrell could actually take a page from, and actually try to put it on David Benavidez, because Benavidez is a very slow starter. Keep in mind, it's not until like after 5 or 6. I mean, it's not like he's losing rounds exactly like how Badu Jack used to do it, because I remember Badu Jack was a very slow starter himself. But in David Benavidez's case, it's not that bad, but it's still dangerous when you're facing a guy like Dave Morrell, who starts out very fast and who's known to take out guys very early and stuff. But I could see a point in this fight where David Benavidez does feel something from Dave Morrell, but I think Dave Morrell is gonna eventually lose steam later on in the fight, because Dave Morrell has some vulnerabilities, but they have yet to be exploited. And I think the key factor in this fight is going to be David Benavidez' jab. Every time that he leads in with the combinations, really needs to work on the footwork. Dave Morrell definitely needs to keep it on the outside, out jab Benavidez, make it clear and decisive, make it clear and decisive. And make sure that David Benavidez doesn't get off on those combinations, and set him up for a lot of traps, a lot of counters. Both of these guys are good counter punchers, especially Dave Morrell as well. And I'm actually thinking that it's going to go the full 12 rounds. One of them is definitely going to get hurt. I think it might be David Benavidez, but I could also see moments where Dave Morrell is going to definitely feel something. But I think David Benavidez is going to take the split decision over Dave Morrell, in my opinion. And it's going to be one of those fights that people are going to debate like on who really won the fight. And it's a very close fight. It's going to be a very close fight in actuality, but I could see fans complaining about it the whole entire time. But hopefully it's a very clear and decisive victory for either one. Hopefully it's competitive. That's most important. Not a one-sided fight, obviously. We don't want to see that, because we still want to see good matchups in the future between these two guys, because they still have a large future ahead of them. But anyways, that's my prediction. David Benavidez by split decision. Let me know what y'all think in the comments section. Who do you guys got winning this fight, and how do you see it going? Is it going to be competitive? Is it going to be one-sided? Let me know in the comments section. I'm out.